would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the game. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Steps away to find some room. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes for 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Vegas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the grab on the left. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Cajuns! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Rush is on him. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Moving away from pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Louisiana.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Powers through. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seen...
Breaks into the... Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. They're trailing by 11 to Kansas State. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Touchdown, UNLV.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
A loss of 11.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points, but the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
And the Raging Cajuns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab down the middle. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
No, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Off play action. Going over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40.
And what a change in momentum. It looked like the offense was going to score points. Not only does the defense pick it off, but a great individual effort on the return, now setting their team up in field goal range to try and steal 3 points before the end of the half.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that hurts missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Gets it past the marker. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Raging Cajuns will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Here's a heat. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. It's complete to the left.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short. He might want another play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Raging Cajuns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Raging Cajuns line up to punt it away.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Raging Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hand off from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Wants to adjust the pattern. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
He got it. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And the UNLV offense will take over. First and 10.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Can they catch him? He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. To settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
This defense knew coming into the game they were going to try and get this guy the football because of his speed, but when he's running over the middle of the field, they want to put a hat on him and make him feel them. They did that right there. The hit causes the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got rid of him quickly, but it's incomplete.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. Looking down the middle. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Takes a hit as he fires. And they get him down. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball?
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And the Rebels with the 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out.
Snags it inside the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Rebels have pushed it inside the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete on the right side. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Handoff from the gun. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? That's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Rebels.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
35, Louisiana, 31.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Ryan, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
And the Raging Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The give, and tick, 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 tick. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd too. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Takes the knee, and they will remain perfect. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rank,